everyone. Thank you for breaking the elements and coming out to see us tonight. My name is Clay Delaney. I am the director of the Spring Glen Church Theater Arts Ministry. It's been my honor and privilege to work with this huge cast and crew to present what we're going to give you tonight. Many thousands of hours of man hours went into this project so that you can enjoy 2 hours. This is, of course, my Sister Eileen, written by Joseph Fields, Jerome Chodorov, and based on the stories of Ruth McKinney. I was told last night by my actors that I went on way too long with my speech. So I'm not able to tell you that this play was actually done in 1940 and also had a movie in the 1950s with Rosalind Russell and Janet Leigh, and also was made into a musical called Wonderful Town. All right. Several things you should know. Fire exits. Number one, we have a fire exit over here. You know you can't see it, but there is one there. There is also a fire exit back where you came in, or if you're in an especially big hurry, you can use the windows. Please turn off your cell phones. All right, we do have wireless equipment here. Cell phones, not only if they go off, are very annoying and distracting, but second of all, if you try to use them either by talking or texting, they can get into our wireless system, which will create havoc, and you will have to be forcibly removed. The last thing, please no flash photography. It does distract the actors, and the actors, believe me, do not need to be distracted. So sit back and relax and enjoy our play about two sisters from Columbus, Ohio, who moved to Greenwich Village because they want to try to make it in the big city. And if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. That's right. Enjoy.
Here you are, my dear young ladies. Enter, enter. Isn't it just what you've been dreaming about?
It's very nice, only we're not sure.
Believe me, my dear young ladies, this is the best value you can get for your money in New York. Look around. Look around. Look at exquisite imitation fireplace, these magnificent bookshelves, and these big comfortable daybeds. Well, look at this interesting and exciting door with a window. Life passes up and down in front of you like a regular parade. What more could a young person with a typewriter want? Am I wrong in presuming you're authors?
Haven't you something higher up?
Higher up? Higher up? My dear young lady, why don't you let me show you the place before you raise a lot of objections?
Yes, Ruth, let Mr.
Publius.
Yes, show us the place first.
Well, I guess...
You have a head on your shoulder, my dear young lady. Why don't I point out a few salient features of this studio? A, it is summer. B, it is 30 degrees cooler down here than anywhere higher up. And C, it is only $45 a month.
$45 a month for this?
This. How long have you been looking for a place?
Just today.
Oh, we just got it from Columbus this morning.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Apopoulos. It's very nice, only we'd like to think it over.
Couldn't we just stay for a few days, and then if we'd like
I'll
it,
do better than that. You can have the place for a whole month on trial at absolutely no cost to you.
Oh, we couldn't let you do that, could we, Eileen?
Well, I
And
don't see why...
then, if you're not 100% satisfied, I will give you back your first month's rent.
The whole month?
The whole month! And August has 31 days in it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, let's talk it over first, okay?
Talk. What is there to talk about? You've seen the place, you know the price.
Oh, I know. We'll go down to the bus station, pick up our baggage, and come back later.
What for? Why have I got the handyman?
Oh, I don't think you should
that would be swell.
Jensen! Jensen!
Wait a minute. Eileen, we haven't decided anything yet.
What a sister you've got. She won't even accept a favor. Now let me show you where everything is. You won't find a finer suite anywhere. In there, you've got a modern kitchenette. Complete in every detail. And opposite, you've got a luxurious bathroom.
Well, they're awfully small.
In those two rooms, you won't entertain. Oh, small. Small. That is very strange talk coming from a creative artist. What more does an author need except 4 walls and a typewriter?
Down here, just a tank of oxygen.
And you, my dear young lady, are you artistic like your sister?
Well, I want to try to get a job on the stage.
Oh, an actress. Well, you certainly have the face and build for it.
Oh, thank you.
What, Mr. Apopoulos?
Oh, gents, go to the bus station.
Now look,
Oh, what bus station did you say that
Well,
was?
the Greyhound on 51st.
but we haven't said we'd take it.
Well, we might as well let them get our baggage if he wants to.
This places you under absolutely no obligation.
Well, I guess there is
Gents,
that.
go to the Greyhound on 51st Street and pick up these bags.
When am I gonna fix the water pipes? There's been a lot of hollering.
Never mind the hollering. There's been no hollering at all. He's crazy. These girls need their bags. Now, my dear young ladies, sit down. Go ahead, sit down. Now I will tell you why I've wasted so much of my valuable time taking a personal interest in you two girls. Do you see that landscape? That's from my blue-green period.
You mean you painted that?
Oh, years ago, but now you see why I reach out a sympathetic hand to you neophytes.
Oh, after having scaled the heights yourself.
Well, painting is just one of my interests. I also write epic poetry and epic drama. This studio is there merely a hobby, a sanctuary for struggling young artists.
Pretty steep sanctuary, $45.
Oh, Ruth, let's take it. I just can't look at any more places tonight.
What about the neighborhood? It doesn't look very nice.
This is the most artistic section of Greenwich Village. Listen, if you lived on Park Avenue, you wouldn't associate with those people either.
I don't see what we have to lose, Ruth. He said he'd refund our money if it doesn't turn out right.
Legally, you have me right where you want me. I gave my word in front of 2 witnesses, 3 including me.
Listen,
Please,
Eileen,
Ruth, I've got to get to bed.
well, I'm telling you, don't blame me.
Don't worry, I won't blame you if it doesn't turn out.
Well, are you sure there are enough extra sheets and pillowcases and towels?
More than you can use.
10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
This will be
My
enough.
God, what's that?
What was what?
That noise, the whole room shook.
Oh, that just goes to show how you'll get used to it. I didn't even notice it.
Get used to it. Do you mean that happens all the time?
You won't even be conscious of the little blasting, the new subway.
You mean they're blasting right underneath us?
What are you worried about? Those engineers know how much dynamite to use.
But does it go on all the time?
No, they knock off around midnight and don't start up again until 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
We can't hear Ruth.
Listen, ladies, young ladies, listen. In New York, you either live A, over a subway, B, where they're building a subway, or C, you don't live in New York.
Listen, you, stop double-talking the alphabet and give us our money back.
What are you getting hysterical about?
I am not hysterical yet. All I want is my money back.
Listen, be honest. Be fair to yourselves. Don't rush in and out of things. Sleep on it tonight and see how you feel in the morning.
Wait, you can't do this to us. Give me my money.
I said I'd give you your money back, and I will. If at the end of the month you are still dissatisfied. Well, good night, young ladies. Sleep tight.
Yes, Eileen. Sleep tight, my darling. You were in such a hell of a hurry to get to bed.
How did I know they were going to be blasting underneath us?
I had an instinctive feeling the minute I saw this place. But you, as soon as the man tells you you're beautiful, your ping turns to a purr. Model kitchenette. Oh, promise me you'll never go in there. Let me see this. Oh, thank God we took a bath bath before we left Columbus.
Oh, Ruth, what are we going to do?
We're gonna do 30 days. Now, we might as well get to bed.
Don't you suppose he'd be willing to at least give us half our money back?
What, and take a loss of $27.50 or whatever? Eileen, do you realize that we have exactly $49.71 to last us until one of us gets a job?
And don't forget what that boy I met on the bus told us. We're not eligible for relief until we've lived here for 3 years.
And while we're on the bright side, we can't collect unemployment insurance until one of us gets a job and loses it. Oh, you know, this room could be a little more private.
Ruth, maybe we shouldn't have come to New York just yet. Maybe we should have gone to Cleveland first.
Oh, yes. I hear they're very short of actors and writers in Cleveland.
Well, at least a few people in Ohio know us.
Oh, isn't that why we left?
Gee, we've got to make good. If it's only to spite Aunt Carrie.
Nuts with Aunt Carrie. We've got to spite practically everybody in Columbus.
Oh, I wonder what Billy Hunnacker thinks now.
Oh, he's probably at the country club right this minute with Annie Wilkinson, drinking himself to death.
Oh, she can have him.
Don't you suppose he knows that?
And he can have her too, with my compliments.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about not leaving any men behind. I don't have to worry about what becomes of them.
It's different with you, Ruth. Men never meant anything in your life.
Not once they got a load of you, they didn't.
Huh?
Hey, this Apopoulos must be some bingo player. Look at all the stuff he won.
You might be right about Billy Hunnacker, but not with that Wilkinson girl. She's not his type.
Isn't that the outstanding feature about Columbus? That nobody there is anybody else's type? Oh, the heck with it, let it spread.
Oh, Ruth, we really ought to send Mother and Dad a wire so they don't start to worry. We
Oh,
can
I'll
reverse
put
the charges. Help on mine.
I'll put it on a birthday blank. That only costs $0.25. Hello? Hello? Disconnected. Imagine Apopoulos leaving a hot phone around.
Well, we ought to have that phone connected so we can start calling up for jobs in the morning.
Oh, Eileen, you don't call up for jobs. You go out looking for them. Oh, what Jack LaLanne would give for this bed.
Well, I hope we land something soon so we can start paying Dad back.
Oh, don't worry, we will. We've got to. It's a cinch Dad can't help us anymore.
You know, Ruth, it just doesn't seem fair. Poor Pop has worked so hard all of his life, and what has he got to show for it?
Eileen, you'd be surprised at all the things in life that aren't fair. Ooh, hope some fresh air gropes its way in here. It's stifling.
It is.
Well, didn't I just turn out the light?
Well, it's that lamppost that's shining right in here. Pull down the shade.
What? There isn't any shade.
No shade, we're practically living right on the street.
Well, wait till I get a hold of that Apopoulos.
Well, would it help any to close the window?
Then we'd suffocate.
Oh, gee, Ruth, I'm kind of afraid because a dog could chase a cat right through this place.
Probably will. Oh well. Let's get to sleep. Maybe we can forget.
Good night, Ruth.
Good night. What was that? It sounded like a machine gun.
Hey, what up for me, will ya?
Gee, Ruth, I'm awfully sorry.
Oh, go to sleep.
Hey, will you take your hands off me, Pete? I'm not going back there, that's all.
Oh, why not?
Well, for one thing, they'll suck us with another cover charge.
No, they won't. You see, I'll tell them you were sick, and I had to walk you around the block.
Ah, the hell with it, and the hell with those broads of yours, too.
Oh, Joe.
Hey, you go away from there, you drunken bums!
Look, a dame!
Get away from there or we'll call the police.
Another dame! Pete, look, there's two broads down there. One for you, too. That one's mine.
Oh, okay. Well, mine ain't so bad.
Hey, get away from here.
Hi, cutie. right in. It's a fiddle and ready for love.
Ruth, close the window, please. Me close the window.
Now the hell with you. Let her close it.
Ruth, please close it.
Don't you do it, Ruth. Leave me in. I'll do it. Hey, come on, honey. Come to Papa.
You get away from
Come
there.
on.
I'll bust your
What's going on
here? Get on! Break it up! Break it up!
It's okay, Oscar. It's just a social visit.
Go on! Get out of here! Get out of here right now! Oh, I get it.
Oh, we're awfully glad to see you, officer.
Sure, I bet you are.
Officer, that lamppost shines right in here. Do you think you could do something about it?
Oh, sure. I'll knit a shade for it. You're new around here, aren't you?
We just moved in today.
Well, if you're smart, you'll move out tomorrow. I don't go for this stuff on my beach. I'm warning you.
Oh! Did you hear what he said?
I did, Ruth, and I'm afraid.
I'm sorry. I chose this place.
Strawberries, please.
Yes, a lady, nice and fresh.
Well, the ones on top look all right, but how about underneath?
Yeah, they're good all the way through, lady.
How much?
For you, 11 cents.
Oh, gee. My sister's out right now, and all I've got is a nickel. Hey, would you be willing to take these milk bottles? You can cash them in right back up in the corner.
Mano mia, lady. I got no time for bottles. Jeez.
Come back later then, will ya?
Oh, yeah, I'll be back. The strawberries, nice red strawberries.
Come to checking a hell of an engineer. Anybody home?
Yes?
Hello.
How do you do?
My name's Loomis. I live upstairs.
Oh, yes, Mr. Loomis. I think I met your wife.
Helen? Swell little kid, ain't she?
She's lovely. Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Loomis?
Leave out the mister and call me a wreck.
Wreck?
That's what they called me at Georgia Tech. I would have made All-American last year, only I was expelled. Is your sister home?
No, but I expect her any time now.
That's swell. Helen and I got something to talk over with you. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
Spaghetti and meatballs. I smelled them coming past yesterday, too.
Well, they're a lot better the second day.
Sure. One night when we get together, I'll make you anything you like. Pot roast, leg of lamb, Sherman's Creole.
My, your wife's a mighty lucky girl.
I don't know. If I had a job, she'd keep house for me. Anyway, I'll be back down later to talk that over. Because we gotta know tonight.
Just as you say.
I tell you I've seen it. I seen it when I was here yesterday. You're lying. There! See? There it is, next to the banana skin over in the corner. Yeah, let me do it. Get out of here! My magnet, ain't it?
Hey, what do you boys want up there anyway?
Shut up, lady. Now there's a nickel down there and we're gonna fish it up.
If there's a nickel down there, then it probably belongs to me.
The hell it does. Yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. No, give me that. No, it's mine. Stop it.
Hello, Eileen.
Oh, hello, Ruth. Hot, isn't it?
God awful. You know, this city holds the heat like an electric pad.
Do you want a cold drink of lemonade?
Oh, no, thanks. Don't bother. Anyone call?
No. You got some mail, though.
You needn't be so darn tactful. You know, I'm beginning to feel like I live in my own little world, mailing myself these manuscripts.
Anyhow, it's a lot more dignified than being kicked out in person.
You're telling me. I've been snubbed by every office boy from the New Yorker to the Village Voice.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. I met a man today.
Oh, just one? What's the matter? Get stuck in an elevator?
This is about you, Ruth.
Yeah?
Anyhow, I was in the outer waiting room of the Theater Guild, and I met this man. I told him all about you. He seemed very interested.
I'll bet he's so interested he can't wait to get you alone.
Don't be silly, Ruth. Listen, he's a reporter, and his name is Chick Clark. You're to call him at the paper.
Oh, should be clear sailing from here.
Look, Ruth, it's starting again.
What?
That wall. It keeps oozing or something.
need to round this dump out.
I've wiped it off 3 times already today. It might break through and flood this place or something.
Oh, at least then we'd be cool.
Hello, ladies. How's everything?
What do you hear from your other tenants?
Mr. Apocalypse, what are you going to do about this wall? We have tried to reach you for the past 2 weeks. You must be hiding.
Hiding, yes. Hiding and painting.
Hey, those are my stories.
This is more important.
Listen, we've had some epic tragedies to discuss with you. When are you going to get a curtain for this window?
Yes, and that back door lock is still broken. People walk right through.
And these beds, it's like sleeping in an iron lung.
Please, not until after my exhibit.
What exhibit?
My mind is absorbed. I'm getting together all of my canvases for a one-man show.
Including your Boris Karloff period?
Everything. An entire exhibition of the art of a populace. I only came here to warn you that I'll be taking this landscape in a few days. So prepare yourself.
We'll have to hang the Sunday funnies up there.
Oh, you'll have to excuse Eileen, Mr. Apocalypse. I've tried to explain the difference between the artist and his personality, but she still thinks you're a louse.
Well, I suppose it's a result of the world hysteria. Well, young ladies, keep acting, keep writing. Where art is concerned, don't ever give up.
He knows just where to plunge the knife in. Keep writing, keep acting. By the way, how is your acting?
Well, I did have an interview today with the man in the Sardi building.
Oh, yeah?
I told him all about my performance at A Doll's House, and I showed him the review that you wrote for me in the Columbus Globe.
As I recall, I didn't give you any of the worst of it.
You certainly didn't.
Do I smell something burning?
Oh my God!
By the way, what's for dinner?
What do you think? Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, haven't we polished that off yet? You know, I'm gonna go take a cold shower and crawl into bed.
Oh no, you can't go to bed just yet, Ruth. I've invited someone over for dinner.
Oh, who, for God's sake?
Frank Lippincott.
Who's Frank Lippincott?
Didn't I tell you about that boy I met who manages the Liggett's drugstore on 44th Street?
Gee, you know, all the time I've been in New York, I've met one man and he said, "Hey lady, why the hell don't you watch where you're going?"
Well, listen, he's an awfully sweet fellow, and I have not had to pay for a single lunch check since I've been going in there.
Why don't you wander into Schraff's someday?
But Ruth, I want you to meet him too. That way when you're in the neighborhood, you can have your lunch there as well.
You know, I've got a feeling that 44th Street Liggett's is going to be under new management soon.
Well, it comes in handy, Ruth. Listen, you take it easy, darling, and I'll finish cooking. Oh, say, Ruth, we really ought to have something for dessert. You're still dressed. Do you mind running down to the bakery?
You know, it's wonderful the way you manage with only one maid.
You know, since you're already going the back way, why don't you cash in these milk bottles up at the corner?
Anything else?
No, that's it. Just use your judgment on the dessert. Get something nice.
Let's see, I have a nickel and 6 milk bottles. I can run riot.
Come in.
Hello?
Yes, is there something I can do?
Hot out, isn't it?
Yes, what
Mind if I sit down?
What apartment are you looking for?
Is Violet home?
Oh, you've got the wrong apartment.
Well, it's all right. Marty sent me over at the airport.
I don't know any Marty. You're going to have to leave now.
Ah, don't be like that. I'm a good fella.
Look, I don't care what you are. Will you please go?
Are you sure Violet Shelton doesn't live here?
If you don't get out right now, I'm going to call the police.
Well, they won't arrest me. I'm in the fire department.
All right, you've asked for it, and now you're going to get it. Mr. Loomis? Mr. Loomis? You better get out because in a minute a big, husky friend of mine is going to be down here.
Well, I'll be glad to see him.
I got banana shortcake. That ought to make him feel at home.
Ruth!
Oh, sorry. How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do him? He's nobody.
He's not Liggett's?
No, of course not.
Who is he?
I don't know. He just came in here and now he won't go away. Ruth, make him go away.
You go away
What's the idea of marching in on these girls?
Now, don't get yourself all excited. It's just a mistake.
Oh, you bet it was a mistake. Now get moving.
Oh, very well. Good evening, ladies. You are the funniest looking madam I ever saw!
Thank you, Mr. Loomis. I don't know what we
That's all right, that's all right.
Helen! Are you sure you never met that man before?
Of course I'm sure. How would I have gotten to know anyone in the fire department?
I wouldn't be surprised if you had your own hook and ladder.
Well, he was looking for a girl named Violet. Hey, is there a Violet in this place?
Well, yeah, she used to have the studio before any girls moved in.
Oh, dear.
Here I am, sugar!
Oh, hello, girls. Is everything all right?
Yes, Mrs. Loomis. Come in, please.
Have you asked them about it yet, dear?
Not yet, baby.
Well, we've got to get it settled. Well, it's awfully embarrassing and, well, I don't know what to say.
You see, it's like this. The Columbia Broadcasting people sent for Helen's old lady.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. They're paying all of her expenses to go in the Hobby Lobby program. You know, they send for screwballs from all over the country.
Oh, well, what does she do?
She builds things out of matchsticks.
Matchstick.
Oh, yes, you know. She glues them together. Why, it took her 15 years to build a Flatiron building.
Now she's gluing up Radio City. She'll never make it. Anyway, she thought she'd save the hotel bill while she's in town and move in with Helen, which kind of straight arms me right out in the air.
Well, don't you have room enough?
Oh, well, we could make room, only you see, Helen's mother doesn't know about me yet.
You mean she doesn't know you're married?
Oh, you could go a bit deeper than that. She doesn't even know we're engaged.
But we're going to get married just as soon as the professional football season starts.
So we thought that while her mother's in town, you wouldn't mind putting me up in your kitchen.
You mean just let me sleep in our kitchen?
Oh, he wouldn't be in your way, really. Oh, you'd feel a lot safer having the wreck around. And he's awfully handy while he cleans up and he irons swell.
Yeah, but no washing. That's woman's work.
We're awfully crowded in here as it is.
Especially around the bathroom.
What about a hotel?
Oh, we haven't got a cent.
No.
Well, can't Apollos put you up for a few days?
Well, he and I don't talk since I punched him in the nose.
You did?
Well, I suppose we could do it for one night.
Oh, thank you, girls. You don't know how much you're helping us.
That's swell. I'm gonna get my things together right away.
Don't forget, please. Mother will turn the place inside out. Oh, thanks again, girls.
Something tells me you weren't quite ready to leave Columbus.
Oh, well, he's practically married.
Well, I'm not worried about me. You're the one carrying the ball, but I am too tired to run interference for you. Oh, maybe these stories will be worth something now with his footprints on them. Phone for you, Eileen.
Sherwood residence. The Russian Kretschmann? No, you've got the wrong number. I say we don't know anyone at the Russian Kretschmann.
What was that all about?
Oh, something about coming down to the Russian Kretschmann right away. Oh, Ruth, that must be Frank. Let him in, will you? I've got to change my dress.
What'd you say his last name was?
Lippincott. And remember, he's very sweet. So please be careful.
Who am I, Tugboat Annie? Come in.
Oh! I'm so sorry. I didn't see the stand. I just went, wow. It's so embarrassing. Sorry.
All right, everybody does that. You must be Mr. Lippincott.
I guess you're Eileen's sister. I can see the family resemblance, all right.
Oh, I'm very flattered.
Of course, you're a different type, but,
Yes, I see what you mean. Have a seat, Mr. Lippincott. Dear sister is just freshening up a bit. She'll be out in a minute.
Oh, Ruth,
Yes, dear.
I'll be out in a minute.
See, I wasn't lying. So, well, Eileen's told me all about your drugstore.
oh, has she?
Yes, I hear you have very good food.
Oh, it's the best, and it's very reasonable.
Oh, reasonable isn't the word, as I heard it. So, how's protecting your business.
Oh, we pray for heat waves.
You do, huh?
Well, our fountain turnover is double. Besides, we've been swamped this week. It's our quarterly 1-cent sale. I'm lucky to get away at all.
Oh, we're the lucky ones.
Oh, my Frank, I'm so sorry.
Well, it's quite all right. Your sister and I have been having a nice little talk.
Oh.
And I didn't make one little slip, did I, Mr. Lippincott?
Huh?
Oh, may I take your hat, Frank?
Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, and this is for you.
Oh.
It's a California red wine. I thought it would go good with the spaghetti. It's a special we're running this week.
Frank, you shouldn't have. So's the spaghetti.
Huh?
You must be famished. I'll go check on dinner. Stop it.
Well, gee, this is swell. I always wanted to live in the village, in a studio like this.
Why didn't you?
Well, you know, in my position at the drugstore, you've got to keep up appearances.
Oh, I know. Where the Liggets speak only to the Walgreens, and the Walgreens speak only to God.
Huh?
I should set the table. Ruth, did Mr. Apopoulos send us a table?
Nope.
Well, maybe I'll go out the back way and go get one, Frank.
Well, do you mind if I help?
Oh, that'd be swell. Thanks.
Really? Well, this is lovely.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. You know, yes.
Oh, hello. I'm looking for a party named Sherwood. Eleanor Sherwood?
Oh, you mean Eileen.
Yeah, now that I think of it, Eileen. Wow, someday, huh? It's absolute murder out there, ain't it?
Who shall I say is calling?
Oh, Clark. Chick Clark's the name.
Oh, I am Ruth Sherwood, Eileen's sister.
Her sister? She's a blonde, good-looking kid, ain't she?
Yes, she's a blonde, good-looking kid.
That's awfully sweet of you to say so, Frank.
Eileen, Mr. Clark is here.
Mr. Who?
Hiya.
Oh, I'll be right out.
So, where shall I put this?
Oh, there's fine.
Okay.
Mr. Lippincott, this is Mr. Clark.
Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Clark.
Likewise.
Mr. Lippincott is with Liggets.
Yeah? I buy all my clothes there.
No, you got it wrong. This is a drugstore.
My mistake.
Oh, this wine looks heavenly, Frank.
Hello, Eleanor.
Mr. Clark, you should have let me know you were coming.
I was just passing through. I didn't butt in on anything, did I?
No, but, oh, Ruth, this is the newspaper gentleman who is so interested in you. Ruth's going to do newspaper work, Frank, and Mr. Clark's going to help.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Sure I am, gorgeous. You know, you're not going to believe this, but I've been turning you over in my mind all afternoon.
Well, we were just about to have some dinner.
No, go ahead, don't mind me.
I don't think it'll be very amusing for you, Mr. Clark.
I'll be all right. What's in the bottle?
Happens to be a very fine California Burgundy type wine.
It's a special.
Yes, thank you.
10% alcohol, 90% climate. And Miss Sherwood, I happen to have a couple of Oakleys for the ball game tonight. How would you and your boyfriend here like to go?
Well, thank you, but Mr. Lippincott is my guest.
Well, now that I'm here, you can afford to be generous. Let her have it.
Listen, why don't we have some wine?
Oh, what a great idea. Do we need ice?
No, this wine should be served at the temperature of the room.
And you better cook it for a couple hours.
Oh, you're quite a card, Mr. Clark.
Miss Sherwood?
Oh, thanks.
Mr. Clark?
No thanks, I'll skip this round.
Oh, what a magnificent bouquet.
Well, here's to us and Burgundy, California.
Oh, Ruth, we've got to do something about this. Oh,
What can we do about it?
What the hell do you think you're doing running around in your drawers?
I'm okay.
I found him out in the alley with these bedclothes. I think he's some kind of a sex nut. Oh, it's you two. Didn't I warn you about opening up on my feet?
Now wait a minute, officer. You're barking up the wrong tree. I'll vouch for these girls.
Oh, well, that makes everything all right. Who the devil are you?
Well, I'll tell you who
I am Dorman from Russian Kretschmer. She passed out.
oh, who is this?
This is Violet.
Violet?
But Violet doesn't live here anymore.
Please. This is
not the first time I have taken her home. Good night.
Colder than Kelsey.
Well, she's early tonight.
For a place with a bad location and no neon sign, we're doing a hell of a business. You must get pretty plastered after a day's ironing.
Well, got kind of lonesome. With yelling away at the office all day, and I sort of acquired a habit. I don't touch a drop after the professional football season starts.
Is that all you do, play football?
Well, I've been trying to break into the wrestling racket, but you have to rehearse so damn much.
Oh, yes, I can imagine.
Which way do you want these pleats turned?
Toward Mecca?
What are you working on now, a story or an article?
Oh, story.
How's it coming?
Oh, great.
I have a swell story all to write. How Helen and me met and got engaged. I had a job peddling vacuum cleaners, and on the first day, the first client was Helen. I started to give her a demonstration, and before you knew it, we were in love. I never did get back to that office.
Well, what happened to the vacuum cleaner?
It's upstairs. We still get calls from the company.
Sherwood residents, which Miss Sherwood do you want? No, Miss Eileen Sherwood isn't in just now. Who? Prince? Prince who? Oh, yes, Prince. Who, me? I'm her maid. Oh, yes, I'll tell Miss Eileen you called. Not at all.
Prince, huh? That Eileen is all right for herself.
Wonder where she met him.
And the funny thing about it is, she's a good girl, too.
Well, when did you find that out?
Oh, no. You just gotta sense those kind of things. I mean, I never made it past you, but I can swear that you're all right.
That's the story of my life. Well, I'm going to go out and mail this manuscript. I'll just be a minute.
Keep your chin up, Ruth. One of these days, those things won't come back.
This one won't. I haven't any return postage.
What are you looking at, you old bat? The Sherwood residence. Who do you want? Eleanor. Oh, you must mean Eileen. She's not in. This is the butler, and who the hell are you? Oh, Chick Clark, huh? Well, maybe I'll tell her, and maybe I won't. What's the matter?
Mother!
Oh, forget your mother. Come here, baby.
Rick, stop it, stop it! She saw you!
Saw me? I haven't been out of this place.
She said she happened to glance in the window, and a naked man cursed at her.
You mean that old wagon is your mother?
I'm terribly frightened, but if she accuses the girls, they're liable to tell her the truth.
Oh, not them. They're too regular.
Yes, they are, aren't they? Especially that Eileen.
Anyway, Ruth said I had to get out tonight, but I'm going to tackle Eileen. She's a soft touch.
You stay away from that Eileen.
Well, all right then. Where do you want me to sleep?
I don't know. Well, if we could come up with a few dollars, you could stay at the Y till Mother leaves.
That's an idea. I could hawk something. Nah, she's in the middle of a story.
That's one of Apocalypse's. They won't lend you a dime on it.
Maybe the fancy frame will bring in a couple of bucks.
Rick, do you think we should?
The room looks better without it already. I'm going to put it in the back alley until later.
Well, I'm just afraid that if somebody finds out.
Hello, Helen.
Oh, hello, Eileen.
How are you?
Fine.
Where's the wreck?
He's around. He'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh, I bet a day like this takes it out of you, huh?
Sure does.
Well, hello, Eileen.
Hello, Rec. Gee, this laundry looks swell. That was so sweet of you.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Eileen.
Isn't it a shame that the Rex is leaving today? You are sure gonna miss him.
Yes, we will. He's certainly a handy fellow to have around the house.
What?
Helen. I told her there was nothing to it.
Well, you ungrateful little...
Snip is the word you're reaching for, darling.
Ruth, you know she had the nerve to insinuate?
Was it something with sex in it?
Well, how do you like that?
What do you expect for doing a good deed? Listen, you, take your Georgia peach out of here and don't ever come back. Either one of you.
What? That's just what we're gonna do. Come on, Rep.
Helen, you're all wrong. If I ever thought of Eileen that way, may God strike me dead on this spot.
Oh, he's everywhere, all right. Now, are you in there?
Yes, Mama.
Hello, Mrs. Wade.
Won't you come in?
Most certainly not. Helen, I want you to get out of here immediately.
But Mama.
I won't have you associating with these depraved women and their consort.
Who's a consort?
Don't you dare dress me again or I'll call the police.
Please, Mama, listen, he's a friend of theirs.
Yes, he's a friend of ours.
Not another word. Helen, you get out of here at once. Now get upstairs. Don't you dare talk to my Helen again. You're not fit to associate with decent people.
I'm gonna wait till Mother's Day. Then soccer! That was swell of you girls not to give us away, Helen and me. And I'll never forget it.
Oh, that's all right, Rex.
Oh, really, I appreciate it. I have some business to attend to around the corner, but I'll be right back and collect my things.
Don't forget your ironing board.
I won't. And thanks again. I had a really nice stay here.
Huh. Everybody's having a nice stay here except us.
Gee, I hope Mrs. Wade doesn't go around talking.
Oh, well. You know, it's going to be kind of lonely without the wreck around.
Yes, it will. And what are we going to do about our laundry?
Well, if we don't get some new clothes soon, we won't have to worry about laundry.
I don't suppose you heard anything very encouraging today, did you?
Well, I did meet an editor.
You did? Where? When?
Well, it was at the recherche office of that So Smart magazine, the Mad Hatter.
You met the editor of the Mad Hatter?
Face to face.
Well, what happened?
Well, I was dynamic as hell.
Did you tell him you were voted most likely to succeed?
I was just about to, but he was staring at the run in my stocking.
What do you think will come of it?
I don't know. I left him a cross-section of my work. He promised to read it.
Oh, do you think he will?
Yes, I do. He's an awfully nice fellow. Oh, he certainly was nice.
Oh, hey, that reminds me, I saw Chick Clark today.
Oh, him.
Well, he said he raved to a city editor about you, a Mr. Baines. And they're going to give you a trial assignment any day now.
He's in there pitching anyhow. Hello, girls. Hello.
You don't remember me, do you? I'm Violet. I dropped in on you the other night.
Violet, yes.
I didn't think you'd remember.
I guess apologies are in order. I hope I didn't make any trouble.
Not any real trouble.
Oh, that's good. Say, have I had any callers since you girls moved in?
Oh, one or two.
I thought so. You see, my friends, they don't know I've moved yet. In case they come around, would you mind giving them some of my new cards?
You should leave one of these at the Russian Kretschma.
Don't worry about that. I have a job at a club uptown now. Say, where do you girls do for a living when you can find it?
Well, I act and my sister writes.
When we can find it.
You don't say. Hey, I got a story you want to write about what happened to me when I was a girl in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I'm really very busy right now.
Oh, all right. But what about you? Ooh, I might have something for you. I've got loads of connections in the theatrical business. Ever take them off?
What?
You know, strip, like in burlesque.
No.
You don't, huh? Oh, I might have something for you anyways, though. So long. Bye.
So long.
Too bad you don't strip, though. They're always looking for new faces.
She's really an awfully nice girl, Ruth.
The spiritual type. Here's a present. Cards.
Well, what should I do with them?
Well, we could have them scattered over New York by plane. Hey, listen. I have got to get some work done. Don't open this door for anybody except Simon and Schuster, both of them. What about you? Have any luck with your acting career?
Oh, I did have an offer of a job today. On Broadway, too.
You did? With whom?
Okay, chewing gum.
What?
You know, they've got girls in the uniforms passing out samples all over New York.
Oh.
Well, I've got to let this boy know by Sunday evening.
Oh, this boy, huh? Where'd you meet him?
Oh, at the food show. He was in charge of the OK chewing gum booth.
What in God's name were you doing at the food show?
Well, I saw all these people coming out with big bags of samples, and I thought I should get us some too. And look, Ruth, I've got enough junk in here for a week.
What's it? All brand, Pep, Vita brand, Ruffo, Nature's Broom. We'll be eating breakfast all day long.
Yes, but it's so good for you. It's roughage.
Well, I'd like to vary it with some smoothage, like a steak.
Oh, that reminds me. I meant to tell you, Ruth. We're okay at Liggett's again.
Oh, it's on again with Frank after
big-
Violet and everything?
Bigger than ever. Today when I went in, I had a pimento sandwich, a tomato surprise, a giant chocolate malt, and a piece of marble fudge cake.
That's right, dear. You must keep up your strength. You're eating for both of us now.
So funny, Ruth, because you don't seem to be losing any weight.
Well, how can I? All I eat is potatoes, bread, and spaghetti. I'm starving all the time, and I keep getting fatter.
Frank was so upset about what happened here the other night. He didn't want to talk to me at first.
Why? What happened? A few people dropped in.
Well, then I explained all about Helen and the wreck, and he thought it was just wonderful of us.
Who'd you tell him Violet was? Our fairy godmother?
Look, all I can say is it's okay at Liggett's again. Dinner tonight if we want it. How about it, Ruth?
Oh, no. I'm dining in. I have too much to do. Let's see. Delicious with cream and strawberries. Huh, what isn't?
Young ladies, are you in? It is me, your Balloons.
Oh, better open the door before it kicks it down. Oh, can you get that locked? It's really
Mama, stop banging. It's coming.
Please, I must tell you. Congratulate me. It is tonight is the big night. Tonight my one-man show opens. I have only come to take this. What kind of funny game is going on here?
Well, didn't you take it?
I didn't even notice it was gone.
Do not bother to give me some cock and bull story. What have you done with it?
We didn't do anything with it. It must have been stolen.
Maybe it was by that same gang that stole the Mona Lisa.
Well, if you didn't take it, then who did? You know everyone who comes into this apartment.
We don't even know half of them.
Maybe if you had fixed the back door lock when we told you to.
Look, I know you girls are hard up, so just tell me where I can get it back, and we'll let bygones be bygones.
But we don't know what happened to it.
I don't think you understand what this so-called disappearance means. That painting was the last existing canvas from my blue-green period.
Well, what happened to the rest of them? Termites?
That is your last word?
Termites.
That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, Mr. Pablos, before you go, what are you going to do about this wall? It's still oozing, you know.
I would be the last to complain if I was in your peculiar position. You didn't even notice it was gone. A masterpiece.
It is strange, Ruth. I wonder who took that thing.
Well, there must be some idiot sneak thief in the neighborhood.
Well, I hope they didn't take our milk bottles. Now they're valuable.
Say, Eileen, who's Prince Gregory?
Oh, did he call? He's an awfully interesting fellow.
Well, what make Prince is he?
He's a Georgian, you know, a Russian exile. He's got a cow and he's studying dairy science at Rutgers.
Once more, please.
I said he's got a cow and he's studying dairy science at Rutgers. I met him on top of a bus.
With the cow?
There was this awful conductor who insisted I hadn't paid my fare. And Gregory, the prince, he said he saw me pay. It was very gallant of him.
Did you pay?
Of course not. I haven't got dimes to throw away on the Fifth Avenue Bus Company.
Got to test the floor in the kitchen. We're afraid the blasting has done something to the foundation.
Great. Pretty soon we won't have to get out of bed to get the subway.
Thank goodness we're moving out of this place tomorrow. But then where do we go?
I don't know. You know, I wouldn't mind this place or Apopoulos or even chiseling our meals. If only I thought it was getting us somewhere.
Gee, Ruth, if you start to feel that way, who's going to hold me up?
Oh, I don't worry about you, not as long as there's a man alive.
But after all, Ruth, men are only an escape.
Comes another escape.
Sherwood residence. Miss Ruth Sherwood?
What, for me?
May I ask who's calling, please? Just a minute, just a second, please. It's Mr. Baines of the City Room. It's from Chick Clark's paper. He wants to talk to you.
Oh, hello? This is she, her, oh, she.
Pick one.
Yes. Oh, yes, Mr. Baines. Yes, Mr. Baines. Oh, give me another pencil.
What does he want? Oh, hurry up.
Yes? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Sam Street, Brooklyn. Yes, I've got it. Oh, thank you, Mr. Baines.
What does he say? What does he want?
I can't believe it. I can't believe
What?
it. He's giving me a chance to show what I can do. It's an assignment in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn? Well, what happened over there?
Well, there's a Brazilian training ship. You know, like Annapolis, only these are coffee millionaires. I am going abroad to get a human interest story.
Coffee millionaires? I'll lend you my new foulard and the hat that I'm saving for the audition.
No, it's an assignment, not a date.
Yes, but you can't go over there with that run in your stocking. Take it off, Ruth.
Oh, what a break. Isn't it wonderful?
Well, I guess Chick Clark was some good after all, huh?
Oh, yes, I owe him an apology. I just thought he was only after you. Of course, I still think he is.
Oh, that doesn't matter now, though, Ruth. You've got your chance.
Yes, this is wonderful. He certainly came through.
Hey, what do you think they pay reporters?
I don't know, but it's more than we're living on now. Oh, say, have you got any money?
Who, me?
Well, how am I going to get there?
The milk bottles.
Oh.
Take these.
All right.
Good luck, Ruth.
All right, thanks. Oh, wait, I forgot.
What's the matter?
The address. Okay.
Good luck.
Goodbye.
Oh, your gloves. And just remember, a coffee millionaire is just as good as a job.
Oh, Eileen, where's Brooklyn?
Oh, you can't miss it.
Okay, you know me.
Pardon me, this is 233 apartment 1A, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm around the wreck from Georgia Tech.
Rec, is that you?
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to know. I may need you.
Okay.
Come in.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Hot, isn't it?
Yes, but you'll cool off.
My name is Baker, Robert Baker.
Did Marty send you?
I beg your pardon?
You know, Marty over at the airport.
Huh?
Mr. Baker, I hate to ruin your afternoon, but Violet doesn't live here anymore.
Violet?
Yes, she moved out over a month ago.
Oh, now see here.
And you might tell Marty and all the boys at the airport. It'll save them a trip.
I think you've got me confused with somebody else.
I have?
Yes. I'm, from the...
Who are you, Mr. Baker?
Well, I'm from... I'll tell you. I'm from the Manhattan. It's a publication. But don't take my word for it. There seems to be a little confusion.
Oh, Mr. Baker of the Manhattan. Oh.
Yes. Tell me, who did you think I was?
Well, I'm so terribly sorry. Ruth told me all about you, but I'm her sister, Eileen.
How do you do, Miss Sherwood?
Oh, Mr. Baker, Ruth's very anxious to hear from you. She told me everything about you, but she just forgot to tell me your name. She said she left some stories with you.
Yes, she did. I've read one or two of them.
And how'd you like them?
Very much.
Are you going to buy one?
Well, I'm going to try. It's not exactly up to me. You see, I'm only an associate editor. Mr. Cross has the final word.
Oh, I hope he likes them. You know, Ruth's been getting terribly discouraged.
I can't imagine why. She's extremely clever.
Well, gee, I've always thought so too, but then, well, she thinks I can act, so you never really can tell. About each other, I mean.
Oh, so you're an actress.
Well, I'd like to be. If I could just get into a producer's office.
Well, maybe I can arrange something.
Oh, if you only could. Only, I don't want to put you in any more trouble. Not after you've taken such an interest in Ruth and all.
Well, let's just say that I've taken interest in the family.
Gee, Mr. Baker, Ruth was right about you. You were one of the nicest people I've met in New York, too.
Well, you're very kind, but I don't suppose you've met too many people since you've been here.
Oh, yes, we have. Quite a few. You know, and it's just not so what they say about New York. Folks go out of their way to be helpful. I know everyone's been just lovely to me.
I think I can understand why. Look, why don't we go someplace and have a cool drink while we're waiting for your sister?
Oh, that'd be swell. I'll get my hat.
We could go right down the street. There's a bar at the Parrots Cage.
Oh, I'd love to. That sounds perfect because Ruth's not going to be back for quite some time yet.
Oh, fine.
Excuse me, let me put my hat on.
Certainly.
Watch it, watch it. Careful. Watch, oh, I got it. Watch it.
Interesting studio.
How's that?
I said it's an interesting studio.
Well, it's all right for just the two of us.
Yes, I suppose for two girls living alone.
Our back door lock's broken and people walk right in. Oh, that was really terrific. Well, why don't you come in for a few minutes?
Well, thanks, but if we're going out to dinner tonight, I better give you a chance to change, and I'll drop back later.
Well, we're not going to dress, are we?
Just as you like.
Oh, let's not. Wouldn't you rather go to some quiet little place?
I'd much rather.
So would I.
Well, so long.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And thanks for the Cuba Libres.
I'm glad you like it. Goodbye. I won't be long.
I'll be ready.
Hello, Eleanor.
Chick, how did you get in here?
Yeah, your back door lock is busted.
Yes. How long have you been here?
Oh, about half a pint ago. I happened to see Ruth ducking down the subway, and I thought maybe Eleanor's alone.
Yes. Oh, and I don't know how to thank you for Mr. Bates and everything.
That's all right. Come on, let's celebrate.
Oh, no, I don't care for anything, thanks.
Come on, you're drinking to your sister's future.
No, thanks, I'd rather not.
Well, suit yourself. Here's to Ruth.
I wonder if Ruth will get the job all right.
Oh, she'll be fine. Come on, and we'll get your career straightened out.
Oh, I wonder how Ruth is getting on. She ought to be home any time now.
Don't worry, we got plenty of time.
Oh, Chick, if Ruth does get the job, what do you think they'll pay her?
Well, forget about Ruth for a second, can't you?
Chick, did you see that gentleman who was just here?
Geez, you're certainly nervous.
Well, he's calling to take me to dinner in a few minutes.
The hell with him. We won't answer the door.
Oh, I couldn't do that. After all, I wasn't expecting you.
Look, I went to a hell of a lot of trouble to be alone with you. I'm not going to slink out for any lug.
He's not a lug. He's an editor.
Same thing. When he gets here, we'll ease him out with all the courtesy he deserves.
You will not. I've got a date, and I intend to keep it.
Okay. It ain't dinner time yet.
Listen, I need to change my things. You'll excuse me now, won't you?
Excuse you? After all I done to get you alone without that eagle-eyed sister of yours around?
That call that came in, that call was from an editor, wasn't it?
What are you worried about? I'm handling it, ain't I?
It wasn't from an editor. That call was from you.
Look, it's going to work out the same way. I'm going to hand the story into the city desk as an example of what she can do.
You sent Ruth out over to Brooklyn on a wild goose
chase nothing. I'm letting her cover my assignment. What kind of heel do you think I am?
Of all the dirty, rotten tricks.
Look, what are you yelping about? I'll slip her a couple of bucks for her trouble.
And Ruth is so excited, too. How am I going to tell her?
Look, don't get tragic. This is damn good experience for her.
Get out of here.
Well, that's a lousy attitude to take after all I've done for that eagle-eyed, muscle-bound sister of yours.
Go on.
Look, Eleanor, just look at
Are
things
you
from
leaving or
look
not?
at things from my perspective. After all, I was only thinking of you.
Listen, if you don't get out of here right now, I'm going to call your city editor, and I'm going to tell him everything. How you used his name over the phone, and how you sent Ruth out to do your assignment.
Now, what would you want to do that for?
Give me the city editor, please.
Fine, you're way a double-crosser. A fine little sneak you turned out to be.
Well, I told you.
I look forward to the day when the Bronx Express runs right through this room.
Really? Oh. Mr. Baker?
No, it's me, Frank. Can I come in?
Oh, all right, Frank. Come in. I'll be right out. Oh.
Oh, hello, Eileen.
Hello, Frank.
Some chocolate-covered cherries we're running.
Oh, thank you. Listen, why didn't you let me know you were coming? I'm really in a terrible hurry.
Well, I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, what is it? Could it wait another time?
Eileen, I want to ask you something. It's the most important decision I ever made in my life.
Frank, couldn't we talk some other time?
No! I was thinking about it all last night. I couldn't sleep a wink. I've got to tell you now.
Frank, you're a very sweet boy, and I'm awfully fond of you, but I'm not really thinking about getting married.
No! Neither am I!
You're not?
No!
Well then, what are you thinking of?
Oh, listen, Eileen. The most wonderful thing just happened to me. I suddenly realized I've been wasting my life.
What are you talking about?
You know, life! The way you girls live it. Free to follow your natural bent. Whatever it is.
Yes, but what has all that got to do with me?
Can't you see? We'll have our freedom. And we'll have each other. I thought we could have a sort of ideal relationship. Like Helen and the wreck.
Frank Lippincott, how dare you suggest such an outrageous thing?
Well, I don't see what's so outrageous about it. Well, after all, you ought to understand these things. After what I saw right here in this room.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, you and your sister aren't exactly Puritans, are you?
Oh, no? Well, then what are we?
Well, you know, Bohemians!
Oh. We are not Bohemians. We're just a couple of girls from Columbus, Ohio who moved out here to make a living. And that's all we came here to do. So if you know it's good for you, get out.
Well, gee, there's no reason to get all so sore about it, Eileen. It was just an idea.
Well, you get out of here with your ideas. Go on.
Gee, I never thought you'd take it that way.
Oh, Mr. Baker?
It is me.
Mr. Apocalypse, please come back some other time. I'm really in a terrible hurry.
Why should I? I have just received your invitation.
What are you talking about?
I suppose you know absolutely nothing about this pawn ticket and how it was Sub Rosa slipped under my door.
Pawn ticket? One gilt picture frame. $1.25.
Yes, and for my painting, nothing. Morons. Philistines.
Mr. Apocalypse, I know exactly how you feel. But after all, what does a pawnbroker know about art? A
only yours. That is true. I'm a fool to get excited. In the whole world, not more than 15 people know what I'm trying to say.
Well, and you can thank God for one thing, that you were able to trace it in time for the show.
There is a great deal in what you say.
Don't forget, you promised us tickets. Oh, now, Mr. Apopolis, you're
You
going to
know
have to...
something? As tenant to landlord, we've had our differences. But as person to person, I think we could understand each other.
Oh, my God!
Miss Sherwood, Eileen, you are both very beautiful and desirable, young lady. From the first night you came here, I admired you, not only for your charming build and wholesome personality, but I felt we were kindred spirits who had both enjoyed the same thing.
Yes, well, we can talk some other time. I'm expecting a friend right now, and I need to change my things.
Sherwood, women have never been a disturbing force in my life. I'm creative enough without women. I am able to express myself. Miss Sherwood, please. Stand still while I'm talking to you.
Mr. Apopolis, you really must excuse me right now.
Oh, you know, I'm going up to a place in Connecticut this weekend. I would like very much for you to accompany me.
Mr. Apopolis, you must leave now.
Leave? At a time like this?
Mr. Apopolis, this is against the law. You've got to get out of someone's apartment when they tell you to. Oh!
But there is a higher law. The law of nature.
Oh, the phone! I need to get the phone!
Let it ring! What could be so important?
Hello? Yes, Mr. Baker. Yes, Mr. Apopolis, you stop this nonsense and get out right now. Yes, there are just some people here I'm saying goodbye to. Mr. Apopolis, get out right now. Yes, Mr. Baker. I said...
Call back later. Now. Oh, you struck me.
You bet I struck you, and if you don't get out of here, I'm going to hit you over the head with this telephone.
I assure you, my dear young lady, that will not be necessary. I should have known better. Life is for idiots. A man like me in this position, the gods must be laughing indeed.
Hello? Oh, yes, Mr. Baker. No, there was just... are you coming over soon? Yes, I'll be ready. Goodbye. Oh.
Hey, what's going on over there? Eddie, come look. Eddie, come look. Oh, there's some sort of raid. Come look. What is happening? Where are those people? Where are they from? What is this? Where are those men from? Where are those foreign soldiers? It must be some sort of parade. Hello. Wow. Well, they're coming this way. Oh my gosh. Watch out, Carl. Kids, watch out. They're coming. Dude.
The fleet's in.
How do you do?
Oh, listen, Emily Post. How do you say get the hell out of here in Portuguese?
Why? What's the matter?
Well, suppose you take them outside and walk them around for a while. I'm sick of having kids whistle at me.
Well, do you mean they don't understand any English?
Not a word. Go. Leave. Goodbye.
Well, what do you suppose they want?
What do you think they want?
Oh, we've got to get them out of here.
I know. Well, they've been on my tail ever since I left the Brooklyn Navy Yard. There was a dozen more, but they got lost in the subway. You try getting rid of them.
Boys, go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's fine.
Well, gee, they can't be that dumb.
They're not that dumb.
Well, what are we going to do?
I don't know. I've tried everything. I suppose we could stand here grinning at each other.
Boys, I have a date. Eat.
Well, they think you're inviting them to dinner.
Oh,
would, I presume.
Ruth, you brought them here. The least you can do is help get rid of them.
What you want me
Que
to do?
marinadora.
What do you suppose they just said? Oh no. Oh no. What do you think they're tossing for?
I don't know, but I've got a hunch it is.
Mi macchina americana. You see marachados cosaritos.
Oh, isn't it a romantic language?
Listen. No speaky Portuguese. No understando. No understando.
What my sister means is El no parlo pa Portuguese.
Look, I don't know what you just won, but you're not collecting it from me. Oh! Earthquake! Run for your lives! Earthquake!
What a performance. Ellen Hayes couldn't have done it better.
Musica, musica.
Just a friend of Eileen's. Excuse me, I just need. Where the hell were you?
Trying to lift people out of the rut of their animal existences. That is my last exhibit. Nobody came, even with a sign in the window for free whiskey. 100 years from now, the world will catch up with me.
Yes, Mr. Apopoulos.
What a mess they have made of this street. We may have to do a little painting. We may have to finally get some curtains for those windows if we get a particular tenant. I put it out in the paper this morning. See if you can fix this back door lock.
Yes, Mr. Apopoulos.
So you finally returned to the scene of your crime.
Don't start with me, Apopoulos. I'm in no mood to swap subtleties with you.
Not so high and haughty, my dear young lady. I have rented this apartment for 12 years to a lot of peculiar tenants, but none of them have ever started a war with South America before.
Listen, I'm tired. I've got my sister to worry about.
Arrests? Jails? I only hope she had sense enough to give them the wrong address.
Oh, yes. Imagine what bad publicity could do to this rat hole.
Chewing gum? What does this mean? You got a job?
Yes.
Well, if you've got a job, listen, I don't hold grudges. If you're earning some money and you'd like to stay on here, I'm ready to talk business.
Oh, you are? Well, how about returning that month's rent? We're still dissatisfied.
Whoever said such a thing? What are you talking about? Just you remember that at 5 o'clock sharp, your occupancy tournament.
Listen, I've got a special one for you. A double mint Mickey Finn.
Oh, after all I've done for you, putting curtains on the windows. What happened to the curtains?
Oh, you never gave us any.
Oh, that Jensen, I will fire him.
Oh, what's that?
I'm having the back door lock fixed for you too.
Oh, great. Turns the studio into a dead-end street. Hello, can I come in?
Another one.
Hey, sweetheart, is this still your apartment?
Till tea time.
I thought so.
You, buzz off.
Me? Buzz off in my own building?
Yes, buzz off in your own building.
Very well, I will buzz off. But at 5 o'clock sharp, I will be buzzing back.
Hey, honey, I heard about your sister. That's a tough break, kid. What's going on?
Oh, stop that. We're moving out anyway.
Hey, what are you made up for?
I got a job from a friend of Eileen's, giving away chewing gum.
Ooh, hello there.
I'll be back.
Oh, I'm glad.
Look, Ruth, I come to tell you, I got a fee for Eileen when she gets out in show business, huh?
Oh, that's swell. What is it?
It's a nude ranch. They had one at the Frisco Fair. They're sending out a road company. It's a cinch. All you gotta do is wear a G-string and play volleyball.
Oh, I don't think Eileen plays volleyball.
Well, she's gotta break into the theater somehow.
Well, thanks very much, Violet. I'll tell her all about it.
Oh, we might be able to squeeze you in too.
Oh, no, I don't think I could squeeze that much.
Okay. Look, where was Eileen booked?
Booked?
Yeah, what court? Where's it coming up?
Oh, the magistrate's court on 12th Street.
12th Street? Oh, I hope she don't come up before Judge Dooley. He gives out 30 days like they was peanuts.
30 days? Well, they can't give her 30 days just for kicking an officer, can they?
It all depends on how hard she kicked. Oh, look, Ruth, maybe I better go down there with you. Those fellas know me, and they know I know my rights. I'll just run down there and tell them.
Thank you. I don't think I'll need you, Violet, but thank you very much.
Well, all right. But don't forget to have Eileen call me about that nude ranch.
Oh, I will.
She may have a chance now that Gypsy Rose Lee is writing books.
Of mice and men. That's right, knock the whole place down.
For an apartment upstairs.
Hey, your slip's showing.
Hello, Ruth. Can I come in a minute?
Oh, yes, please. Come in.
I stopped by earlier, but you were out.
Oh, yes, I went to work this morning.
Say, what is that you're wearing?
My badge of labor.
Do you mean to say that a girl with your talent...
Oh, thanks anyway.
Oh, listen, I stopped by the magistrate's court.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I don't quite understand it. Normally, I'm sure I wouldn't have any trouble, but this seems to have peculiar ramifications.
Ramifications? What kind of ramifications?
Well, it seems that Washington wants them to hold her there.
Washington?
Yeah.
D.C.?
Yeah, something about Pan-American relations.
Oh, my God!
Now, listen, I'm sure it's going to be all right. Now, don't worry. And listen, I've read your stories, and I think they're swell. And what's more, I've done something about it.
You have?
Yes, I passed them on to His Highness, Mr. Ralph Spencer Cross, editor of the Manhattan.
Gee, that means you like them?
I certainly did. You know, you really should have more faith in yourself.
I should?
You certainly should.
Thanks. I'm beginning to.
Oh, look, it's almost 3 o'clock. I better give him a call and see if he's read them yet. May I?
Oh, may you? Oh, Bob, you're going to an awful lot of trouble for us. It just doesn't seem fair.
I enjoy it. My plan is to... Oh, hello. Miss Leeds, please.
Who's she?
His right hand. My plan is to see if he won't put you on the staff.
The staff?
Why not? Hello, Leeds? Baker. How does it look? Yeah?
Has he read them?
It looks okay. He's reading them with his feet out the window.
What?
That's always a good sign. Let me talk to him, darling. Hello, Ralph? Bob. Did you read that stuff I sent you? Miss Ruth Sherwood. Well, how'd you like it? Well, in my opinion, your opinion stinks. I don't think you know a good story when you see one. Well, I don't know why you need a staff at all. I'll be right up. What do you think of that?
Well, maybe he's right, Bob. Maybe they aren't as good as we think they are.
Of course they are. He's just a pompous ass, that's all.
Oh, no, wait, I don't want you to get in any trouble.
Don't worry about me. I've been meaning to have it out with that male Luella Parsons for years.
Come right in. Come in. Oh, Mother, darling. Why didn't you tell us you were coming? What are you doing here?
Well, I didn't know I was coming myself until last night.
Why, for heaven's sakes, I'm glad to see you.
And I'm very glad to see you too, my dear.
Well, I couldn't be more surprised. It's nothing special.
No, nothing special.
It leaks.
Oh.
Well, isn't this wonderful?
Ruth, are you all right?
Oh, fine, fine. How's Father?
Oh, he's fine.
Good.
Ruth, honey, what kind of a getup is that?
Oh, well, I got a little advertising stunt, just to fill in. Cute, huh?
Well, you don't walk around the streets like that.
Oh, sure, nobody knows me here. Besides, it's a very healthy job. I'm out in the fresh air all day long.
Oh, I see. What's Eileen doing?
Eileen. Eileen's doing wonderfully. Besides, this is just a temporary thing. I think I'm selling some stories right now, I think.
Well, that's fine.
Hello there.
Oh, good afternoon, officer.
Kind of quiet here today, so far.
Yes, isn't it? This is my mother.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you very much for checking on us, officer.
Don't mention it. So long, madam.
What's all that about?
Oh, nothing. The mayor's courtesy campaign. Every cop's your big brother.
I see. Tell me, Ruth, don't you ever get a little homesick for Columbus?
No, not yet anyway.
Well, I was just wondering what you think about maybe coming back.
Back?
Sure, Columbus looks a lot better after you've been away.
Oh, I couldn't come back now.
Well, why not, Ruth?
I just couldn't, that's all.
Well, any special reason?
No. Well, Mother, I've met someone.
Oh.
For the first time, I've met someone.
Well, I'm very happy, Ruth. Who is he?
He's a magazine editor. He's an awfully nice fellow. I want you to meet him.
Well, this is a surprise, Ruth. When are things going to happen?
Oh, it isn't like that yet. I've only met him a couple times.
You've only met him a couple times.
Uh-huh.
Well, you sound like your sister Eileen.
Oh, now that I think about it, I do.
Okay, well, I'm going to go and get the bus tickets, dear, and I'm going to wire Dad that I'm bringing you home.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Now, why not, Ruth?
Because I just signed a 3-month lease.
A 3-month lease? On this?
Oh, yes, we got a very special price of $40.
Oh, special.
Yes, I guess you have to live here to appreciate its charms.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, I guess the charms are a bit subtle, but it was just what we wanted and we were afraid of losing it, so...
Pardon the intrusion, but I have a prospective tenant who would like to see the studio.
Prospective tenant?
Please note the... Excuse me, pardon me. Please note the exquisite imitation fireplace, these... Excuse me. These magnificent bookshelves and the... These big comfortable day beds.
I wouldn't lie on that in the morgue.
It is both interesting and exciting door with a window.
Iron bars. It's Alcatraz without a view of the bay.
And for you, my dear young lady, I will make a special price of $35 a month.
Who was your last tenant? Dracula?
Let me show you right here, my dear young lady, a modern kitchenette, complete in every detail.
That is a nauseating look.
Well, that can be painted. You know, naturally we expect to change to suit the tenant. Well, it's very cool here in the summer.
Cool? It's musty enough to hang venison.
Yes, my dear young lady. Yes. Why don't I show you? Yes, here, an exquisite, luxurious bathroom.
Oh, what sadist designed that?
And as far as the entire suite is concerned, my dear young lady, I will go so...
What in God's name was that?
Oh,
Well-
didn't Mr. Apopoulos tell you they're building a subway right underneath us?
I wouldn't live here if you paid me $35 and threw in Cary Grant.
So, not content with disgracing my house by having the riot squad called out, you denounce me in front of my own prospects. For 31 days, I have nursed a viper in the studio. A viper!
Riot squad. Didn't he say riot squad?
Well, you see, it
Ah,
really isn't as...
Fire room!
Rick, could you come back later?
Not gonna be here later. Helen and I are going on our honeymoon.
You mean you're married?
Yep, we decided not to wait for the professional season to start.
You see, Helen went to the doctor.
No, Rick, this
Yeah, we were in a bad spot. I think you got from behind my own goalpost.
Anyway, Mary.
Yeah, this is my mother,
Oh, your mother?
Mr. and Mrs.
Hi, Mama.
Lopez.
How do you do?
I'm sure you'll be very happy, Helen.
Oh, thank you, Ruth. And I just want to say how sorry I am for the way I acted.
Oh, no, don't mention
Well, I mean,
it.
for everything I said when Ted was living down here.
I'm gonna go and break the news to Helen's old lady before I sober up. Come along, Mrs. Loomis.
Oh, Mother, there may be some people dropping in. Just a few friends of Eileen's. Mother, what are you doing here?
Stop!
Where did you get
This is the Brazilian Council.
Brazilian Council?
That's
right.
Senoritas, I am here, along with my unfortunate compatriots, to right a very dangerous wrong.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, Senorita, you are as generous as she is beautiful. But I must apologize on behalf of the Brazilian government. So wild, so impetuous, these young men. They beg for your forgiveness.
Oh, that's okay.
Beg todos vocês petita. Welcome to school club. They say they are grossly sorry. And as for myself, I shall take up at once with the Brazilian government the question of reparations.
Oh, I don't need reparations.
Ah, but Senorita, you have spent the night in jail.
Jail?
Yes, and you have saved my country from a great disgrace. Oh, I insist there must be reparations. At least, $5. And as a grateful token, Rodriguez, I should like to present to you the ribbon of the Order of St. Christopher, second class.
I wonder what you have to do to get first class.
Is it here? There are these gentlemen have lost their hats.
Oh, this is the place. Oh, Greenwich Village.
Quelqu'un, pas tout, toi.
Hello, goodbye, hello.
Oh, Mother, you're just gonna die laughing when I tell you what this was all about.
I'm sure I will.
Well, I guess we better be rambling along, Sugarfoot.
Well, hold on. Here's a bridal bouquet. We'll see who's next.
Oh, Mother, this is not.
We can explain
Alice, don't bother Ruth. You girls are coming home with me tonight.
Home?
And if you have any explanations, you can make them on the way back to Columbus. I'll be right back, and I want you ready to go.
But Mother.
Well, there you are.
Do you think she really means it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, if we've got to go back to Columbus, what are people at home gonna say?
Oh, did you hear the dirt about the Sherwood girls? On account of them, we almost lost an eagle base in Brazil.
Well, you know what? I'm not going back. You're not?
No, for the first time, I'm finally finding out something about myself.
Finding out? Well, what?
Well, for one thing, I think differently. I feel differently. I am so much stronger now. And I'm really beginning to know myself. Why, if I went back now, I might never feel this way again.
You're right, Ruth. And I'm not going to go back either. I'm going to have a career too, damn it.
Hello, kids!
Chick Clark, you get out of here, you big snake.
Wait a minute, Eleanor. Give me a chance.
You've had enough chances.
Well, I don't see what...
Ruth, when I tell you what happened here yesterday afternoon, you are not going to...
Wait a minute. The city editor read your Brazilian story and he thinks it's the absolute nuts!
He does!
Don't you believe him, Ruth? He is the dirtiest liar.
Well, you don't believe me? Give him a call. Mr. Wilson, you know the number.
Wilson, I thought you said his name was Baines.
See? He's lying. He lies all the time.
All right, I admit I may have given you a phony name before, but this is the truth, so help me.
The truth? He doesn't even know what the truth means.
Mr. Apocalypse told me to tell you that...
Mr. Jensen, would you do us a little favor and throw this man out?
Well, I'd be glad to.
Look, Brenda, I don't want any trouble with you. She was only kidding. Hey! Let
Don't you
go!
listen to him, Mr. Jensen. Don't listen to him.
Let go! Leave off, you big ape! Ah! Hey!
Are you sure you do
I don't like that.
Eleanor, will you listen to reason?
Hey, I should never have let him introduce himself to me in the first place.
Well, what did he do?
Oh, it doesn't even matter, Ruth. The important thing is, what are we going to do?
Do?
About Mother, I mean.
We're gonna start packing.
Packing? After that big talk we just had?
That was just talk.
Oh, gee, if only one of us had landed a job.
Well, I thought I was getting awfully warm there for a minute.
Huh?
Well, Bob was here. You know, Mr. Baker.
Bob was here? When? Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. It just didn't occur to me.
Gee, Ruth, you were right about Bob. He's one of the nicest people I've met in New York, too.
Well, when did you get to know him so well?
Who, Bob? Oh, he stopped by while you were out the other day, and we spent quite some time together at the Parrot's Cage.
Where?
At the Parrot's Cage, just down the street, you know. We had a couple of Cuba Libres, and we just talked, you know.
Oh, I see.
You know, he's the first boy I've met who seemed to take an interest in me and how I got along and just everything, you know.
I know.
Oh, well.
Well, doesn't matter anyway. We're going home.
What?
I said, we're going home, so it doesn't make any difference about Bob.
Ruth, do you like Bob too?
Strange as it may seem.
Well, I never had any idea.
Eleanor, for God's sake, I'm telling the truth!
Eileen, hello, Ruth.
Oh, hello, Bob.
You're here. What happened?
Oh, it was nothing.
But how did you get out?
Oh, it was the Brazilian embassy.
Embassy?
Well, the New York branch, anyway.
Oh,
Ruth, I've got lots to tell you.
Well, what happened? Did you see Mr. Cross?
Mr. Cross?
The editor. Did you speak to him?
Yes, I spoke to him. Everything's fine. I'm fired.
Fired? Oh, this is awful. It's all my fault.
No, it isn't. I'll get something and so will you. Just see if you don't.
Yes, only we're going back home tonight.
Home? You mean for a visit?
No, I'm afraid we're just going home.
But you can't do that. What are you going home for?
That fellow won't bother you again.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Jensen.
Anything else?
Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Jensen.
Look, it's almost 5 o'clock, and Mr. Opopoulos says that he's going to...
Just a minute. Hello? Mr. Wilson?
That's him, the city editor!
Why the...
Are you the city editor, Mr. Wilson?
You're gonna louse it all up. Mr. Wilson is the city editor. It's like I keep trying to tell you. Hold that thought.
Yes? Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, Mr. Wilson. Yes, of course. Oh, yes.
What is it? What happened?
I've got a job. I start Monday morning.
You see, it's like I keep trying.
Oh, no, he's all right, Mr. Jensen.
Huh?
I tell you, he's all right now.
Oh, ludicrous.
Won't you come in again?
Yes, come on in and have a cold drink of lemonade.
Lemonade? No, thanks. I got a date with Mother Teresa.
You want me to bring him back?
Oh, no, that's all right, Mr. Jensen. I can't believe
Oh,
it.
neither can I, Ruth.
I've got a job.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I couldn't be happier for you. You can support me.
Ruth, and now you won't have to go home.
And neither will you. This is our start.
You bet it is. I got my start in the newspaper, and look at me now.
Remind me.
But listen, I've saved up exactly enough in the last 10 years to take you to dinner. Both of you.
Dinner?
You mean, dinner?
Dinner.
No, I'm afraid I can't make it for dinner tonight. Thanks anyway, Bob. You and Eileen go.
Well, of course you can go, Ruth. Why can't you?
Well, one of us has to explain all this to Mother.
Well, bring her along.
Oh, no, thanks, Bob. But
Oh, say, I just remembered I have a date for tonight. You'll have to go with Bob, Ruth.
Really, Eileen, I'd rather not. You see, Mom is waiting.
Well, now, what is this mad rush to go out with me?
Oh, Eileen's just being silly, Mr. Baker. It's all settled. Now, I just have some things to discuss with Mom. Really. And if you excuse me, I'd like to get out of this.
What's the matter with Ruth?
Oh, I don't know. She's just excited, I guess. She's...
Eileen,
Oh,
can I talk to you?
well, of course, Frank. I've been expecting you.
I just feel like, huh?
Yes, I've been waiting for you to call on me.
You have?
Yes, of course. Come in.
Oh, gee.
So you see, Mr. Baker, I really can't go out with you. My date's here.
Yes, I see.
But I'm sure you could persuade Ruth to go. Oh, Ruth!
Hello?
Oh, Frank, come in. This is Mr. Baker, Mr. Lippincott.
How do you do? Well, gee, Eileen, I'm so glad you're not sore about yesterday.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Eileen, I bought you this electric fan we're running.
Oh.
It's given away free with every purchase over $2.
Oh, thanks.
Somebody forgot it.
Furnish your whole house that way.
Yeah.
You're the most thoughtful boy I've ever known, Frank.
Oh.
It's just what we needed.
Oh, well. You'd be surprised at the breeze that little thing gives off. Everyone in the store's got a cold.
Aren't you a little bit early for our date, Frank?
Huh?
You know, I wasn't expecting you for a little while yet.
Well, you weren't, huh?
Ruth, Frank's here for our date.
Hello, Ruth.
Hello.
Listen, it won't take me long to get ready. What, do you mind coming back at around 7, say?
Oh, gosh, no. Oh, well, gee, if we're going out for dinner, I better stop by the store first and check on the ice cream. The pistachio was getting a little low.
Well?
Ruth, you don't mind, do you? I'd forgotten I made this date with Frank.
Well, looks like you're stuck with me, Ruth, like it or not.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Heartiest felicitations, my dear young ladies. Jensen has just told me the sensational news.
Bob, this is our landlord, Rasputin.
I'll be back in exactly 20 minutes. So, can I go out this way?
Sure, but watch out for Jensen.
I think you better keep him around. I hear the Mexican Air Force is coming to town. So long.
So that's the way it is. Believe me, he's a fine young man.
I'm so glad you approve.
Oh yes, what do you think? I got a letter from the city this morning. The blasting is all over.
It is, eh?
Not only that, I intend to make these apartments a haven of beauty and repose. New furniture, new paint, A1 stoves and plumbing, reduced rents.
Reduced rents?
How much reduced?
This apartment will be given away on a lease for $30 a month.
$30?
And you're really going to do all of those things?
Certainly.
Are you sure about the blasting?
In black and white.
Pursuant to your complaint of 15, please note blasting will terminate on the 1st.
Signed by Mayor Wagner himself.
Well, it certainly looks legitimate.
Well, what do you think, Ruth?
I don't know. We've got to live somewhere, and maybe this place is lucky or something.
Of course it is.
Well, how long is this lease for?
6 months, but on a completely friendly basis.
New beds, walls painted, Venetian blinds.
Venetian blind, everything.
It's all in here, Eileen.
Mr. Populus, what are you going to do about this wall?
Oh, I will tear it out if necessary to get to the seat of the trouble. Well?
Well, what do you think? It seems all right.
Of course it's all right.
Do you think we ought to?
Certainly you ought to.
Well, I don't know. He can't back out, can he? We've got him trapped.
Of course, exactly what you have me.
Well, all right.
Oh, believe me, congratulations, you have made a wise decision.
Aren't you getting ready, girls? The bus leaves in 40 minutes.
Mother, we're not leaving.
Isn't it wonderful? Ruth sold the story and she got a job on the newspaper.
Oh, you're the mother. Congratulations. You have a pair of brilliant daughters.
Now, wait a minute.
It's all settled, Mother.
We're not going back.
We just signed a 6 months lease.
A 6-month lease.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye.
What's that? Oh, what is that?
I told you, the blasting is all over. Now they're starting to drill.
What the? Hey, Joe! Get a load of this! Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. We gotta come through here.